Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today being Friday, the 22nd of October or the 17th of September in the 9th year of Chongyilkuk. So let's begin by offering a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Chariot, Kyombe, Haro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가족맨세 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 5. Our family, the owner of Chongyilkuk, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. So, I'd like to ask Mary if she could offer the opening prayer, please. Thank you.
Most beloved Heavenly Parent, we thank you for this beautiful day, this beautiful spring morning. You can hear the birds singing, and so much new life is coming into the world. Heavenly Parent, we're living in the springtime now with our true parents on the earth. We're so grateful for our true parents, for their investment, for their dedication, for their absolute commitment to you, Heavenly Parent, where every moment they invested their whole heart, overcoming all obstacles. For the first time in human history, a couple has been able to perfect their character and become people where you can dwell within them. Heavenly Parent, it's just unbelievable. It's just amazing that our true parents have been able to accomplish so much. And I pray that we can inherit from them. We can start to live each day like they do. We can have the determination and the heart that they have to really bring a victory for you and to bring this world back to you, to establish a world of goodness and a world of truth, a world of beauty, a world of true love, where you are dwelling within each and every person, and where all creation is living, receiving your love and being cared for in the way that you created us to care for it. Heavenly Parent, please be with us this morning, each and every one of us in Oceania, that we can really transform our nations and build a world of Chongyilkuk, a world of true love. We thank you and we offer this prayer in the name of Douglas Mary and Carlos Moriarty and all blessed families together. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you. Let's offer a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining this morning Hundoke. Today is also beautiful Friday. We are really, each moment is a precious moment, precious day, and precious time. Today also, let's offer our sincere heart and prayer to our Heavenly Parents and true parents. So thank you for joining today. Yesterday, because of your prayer, finally our Rowan gave us the beautiful daughter, our Robert and also Rowan couple. This is the second child, second daughter. Her name is Sejin Luisandra Kafral, right? So really, we wish she will receive a lot of heaven's blessing and grow up well as the true child, heavenly daughter, heavenly filial daughter, and future she will also receive blessing. She will create either family and really open the way for the future world. So thank you for everyone to pray for our Roarin. I heard still she is in hospital. She will come back today, but really she finished everything. So really we appreciate to give delivery free safely, and our Sejin came to this earth. So thank you everyone. Yeah, please congratulate our Roarin, she and the Robert couple. So this is really great things. Welcome the new baby, our second generation. Thank you. And also yesterday, our Dr. Ib Moro also, he reminded us that yesterday is the special Memorial Day. Thank you, our Dr. Ib Moro. Yesterday was the anniversary of 777 couple holy blessing, right? So this time our Mr. and Mrs. Arai, you attended this blessing, 777 couple blessing. Yes, congratulations and really great moment. So I will read this one. October 21, 1970, 777 couples holy blessing. Three parents presided over the first truly international marriage blessing ceremony when they blessed 777 couples on October 21st, 1970, as part of the 430 couples holy marriage blessing in 1968. Two parents blessed 43 non-Korean couples overseas in 1969. For the 777 couples holy marriage blessing, participants came from 10 nations to Korea. So actually I found one short video for this 777 couple blessing that time. So I think we can watch together. So Reverend John, please show the video. Korea 593 and 10 is 10 country, 790 couples. Yes, thank you very much. That's it, really beautiful video. Okay. So how was that video? Really long time ago, almost 51 years ago. So really each blessing time is a really different atmosphere. So 51 years ago, I'm not sure you can find Mr. and Mrs. Arai's face there. Maybe there is somewhere. So already long time ago, even this blessing is before I was born. So really this is history and historical moment. So this I read this. True parents presided over the first jury. This is already, just a moment. The marriage blessing was conducted at Seoul's Chanchung Metropolitan Gymnasium in the presence of over 15,000. True father stated that this was the last marriage blessing that he would conduct before globalizing my mission. He noted that the 777 couples holy marriage blessing was the seventh following True Parents Holy Wedding. This marriage blessing laid a foundation for the unification movement to work on the worldwide level. What belongs to Korea, he said, can now belong to the world and vice versa. So really each blessing has the special meaning, and this time, almost first time, many international couple blessed through these blessings. That's why Korea around 590 couple, and Japan 230 some couple, and America I think around 10 or 20 couples. So total 790 couple receive blessing this time. That's why we could see each time the special moment. So really once again our Mr. and Mrs. Arai congratulate to really success blessing to continuously and also the future. So blessing moment is really important. Did you celebrate yesterday? Please celebrate well. Important blessing day is important time. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your everyone's message. We thank you.
Okay, thank you. So each blessing time, I'm looking for all the document or video. Some blessing already have, some blessing doesn't have. So next time, because at least blessing is really important for you and for everyone and for True Parents. That's why if I can find some video or photo, I want to show to this through Fundoke. So if some of you have a special blessing, I had our Reverend Greg Hanson and Mrs. Eris Hanson have some special blessing. Only few couple receive blessing. So each time there is some speciality in the blessing. If you have some photo or document and you can send me, I can share when blessing time, blessing day has come. So anyway, please celebrate and please have also memory that moment is very important. Okay, anyway, thank you and really congratulate that time. So let's continue to the Fundoke. So this is from Pyeongfagyeon, the True Family and I. So yesterday part, we are sharing about the purpose of religion. There are many religions in the world. So what's the purpose of those religions? Because of human fall, people became the ignorance. People could not recognize God. People could not recognize truth. People could not recognize the spiritual world. That's why in order for the whole human beings to go back to Heavenly Parents' bosom, God specially prepared. This is the religion. This is the purpose of also of the religion, especially hit the body, control our physical body. So how we can control, how religion is teaching us to control our body, deny our body's desire. So religion is teaching us to live for others more, sacrifice for the people, the love for the people. Through loving, investing, sacrificing, and living for the sake of others, the control our body, and strengthen our conscience more, and to go back to God and close with God. And also Father mentioning about the function of our conscience. So conscience continuously talking us every day within ourselves. How many times, how much are we listening the voice of conscience? If there was no human fall, Father said, religion was not needed. But because of human fall, because we lost the relationship with God, so God created the religion as the tool and to educate and to guide the people. So how we can go back to the God bosom. So let's see the continuation of this message. The desire of the conscience is to occupy the absolute center. The conscience does not need a teacher. Have you ever heard of a minister of education in some country announcing a plan to educate the conscience? If we had gone the original way of the conscience, we would have known clearly the course to follow in life. It would have taught us and guided us to return to God's bosom. So our conscience is guiding us the right way all the time. Even our conscience is not receiving the special education from someone, Minister of Education. The Father's sharing is very interesting. Yeah, we are not receiving any education from Minister of Education, right? Our conscience, already our conscience can guide us to the right way. So please think, please reflect yourself. I want to ask you, among you, do you have some experience or have you tried to live with following conscience 100%? Have you tried to follow the conscience 100% even one day or 2 days? When I think myself, I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't try 100%. Usually, basically, of course, we follow to the voice of conscience, but really 100% in the within day, really do we have an experience. When I remember, when I did the fundraising training, maybe all of you, almost you have experience, fundraising moment, I think I try continuously and focusing to our original mind and the voice. When I do the fundraising in the moment, the first beginning moment, always in my mind is really mixing many voices coming. Positive mind, I really want to share the love. I want to love each person. I want to endure. I want to embrace. Those heart is coming, but in the same time, why I have to do this one? Why I have to continue? Why I have to receive those kind of persecution things? Nobody buy, nobody support, really tired. Why my captain always did those things? Many words is coming in my heart, but continuously try to listen my voice of conscience, original mind, try to pray, try to God. Then suddenly, after passing one moment, suddenly my mind become calm and no more sound and really peaceful, become also full of power and confidence. But in the same time, really my feeling become more humble heart and a lovely heart, and we can go forward. Just one mind, one voice, and one sound. Then when we meet the people, I really felt more exciting. And also people, atmosphere was also totally changed. Before, people totally negative or gave the many persecution or bad word, but really after passing one moment, totally people's atmosphere was changing, area atmosphere was changing, and my feeling, spiritual world, everything was changing. So really, this was an experience. I'm not sure this is the really living centering of God's will or original mind, but if totally unite with original mind, unite with conscience, and unite with really God's will, with prayer, overcoming own limitation, own fallen nature, own thinking, then really could see the new life, new moment, and new atmosphere. That's why this is my experience in fundraising time. Maybe you had a similar experience to overcoming, meeting with God, meeting with spiritual world. But how also we can do this kind of life with voice of conscience in our daily life or in our front line or ourselves in the family life and our house life. This is really important. That's why Father is mentioning how we can listen and follow the voice of the conscience. If really we can try, if we can really live and aware all the time, and if we can follow the voice of conscience, maybe my life, our life will be totally becoming the different our lives. So to the parents, really emphasizing again the meaning of the life of a meaning of the voice of the conscience. So Father said, because your conscience knows everything about your life, when you go to the spirit world, you will discover that there is a computer there that fully recorded everything you did on earth. This is to fulfill the mission of the conscience to convert us into unblemished true sons and daughters of God. So special computer is within ourselves. So conscience is knowing that. That's why guiding us, because when we go to the spiritual world, conscience show everything as the recorded video, our life to God, our life to ancestors, and our life to brothers and sisters. So this special computer is really great function for our lives. So how about our life? Can we show our whole life to anyone or everyone? Can we show our life to your spouse, your parents, your children? How about that? Your future descendants and our heavenly parents and true parents. So we commit sin many times, we mistake many times, repent many times. That's why true parents on this earth to give the blessing, and true parents give the amnesty, holy wine, opportunity to forgive all our past sin. Actually, this is really special grace for each of us. We have many problems. We are not 100% yet, but we try to go. But if there is no way to be forgiven the past, also not easy to try again, not easy to go forward again. That's why our true parents, with that very authority, heaven's authority, to give the forgiveness and their amnesty and to open the new life again, give the opportunity to us to start again. This is actually really great blessing and really great moment. So we can reflect ourselves and how many times we receive the amnesty, right? How many times did you receive the holy wine? How many times we determine, how many times we repent, and how many times we repeat the same things. Really, we are determined again, we commit problem again, determined again. So to the parents, carry on all indemnity, all condition behalf of us as the parents. So how we can become also the filial son, filial daughter, and how we can stand well. We can really reflect ourselves, our true parents, love, and also heart. Is there anyone here who is convinced that he or she will never die, We will all go to the spirit world someday. When you enter the spirit world, you will immediately be known by your name. Your entire life will be known, as well as that of your ancestors, because the spirit world transcends time and space. We must not bring anything into that world that stained our conscience. For that reason, you need to understand that the conscience is above all other teachers. That's why our purpose of life is, and the purpose and the direction of our life is the spiritual world. How much are we aware? How much are we aware, and how much we are thinking for the life of the spiritual world? When we meet the people, when we love our family members, and our meeting with our brothers and sisters, friends and people, those moments is the really precious moment for ourselves. Develop our love, develop our relationship of love in order for preparing the eternal life. And each moment, and already in from now, or the moment we met the true parents, already our new life was started, and each moment is the preparation moment to go to the spiritual world. So how we can really live centering on heaven's wish and true parents' wish. And this moment become the special treasure when we go to the spiritual world. So Father said, we must not bring anything into that world that stained our conscience. For that reason, you need to understand that the conscience is above all other teachers. So Father gave us also the message in the eternal life. Some another Father's speech, also Father said, we have to understand about God. We have to understand about spiritual world, and we have to understand about true love. So Father mentioned, we have to understand 3 things. And also we have to teach to our children. We have to teach our young people. And Father said, if young people understand these 3 kind of point about God, about spiritual world, and about true love, then we don't worry that person, no need to worry about their life. So how much we can understand our heavenly parents, God, existence, this is very important. And how much we understand existence of spiritual world and the purpose of life, and also how much understand the meaning of true love. Living the life of true love, this is also preparation for the spiritual world. So Father, Mother, really guiding us how we can live and how we can success to graduate this earthly life to enter to the spiritual world. Today, we have gathered distinguished personalities. Among them are some professors. Honestly, there has never been a professor who possessed a teaching superior to that of the conscience. It fulfilled the same role that a compass fulfills for a ship's captain. That's why even famous person cannot compete with our voice of conscience. So we have to really study, and we have to examine our conscience itself, how this conscience is functioning, right? Every time we feel about the guiltiness or painfulness or a message from conscience. So when we think about the conscience itself, I'm really amazing how this conscience is really guiding continuously to our lives. Always conscience say, don't do this one. And you have to do this one. Have to be careful. Don't think about these things. Don't do these things. You have to do these things. Continuously, our conscience is giving the message. So I'm really curious, and I'm really wonder what kind of function, how this conscience is working. We never think so much, but really those voice is guiding the right way. Not only myself, even anyone who believe God, who doesn't believe God, anyone could understand and could hear the voice of conscience, voice of original mind. That's why who put this kind of function or created and they are guiding and sending this message to ourselves. So these things is really precious or curious and really amazing. That's why when we recognize only this existence of conscience itself, also we could find who is God and who is ourselves and really what is the meaning of our life. So really we could see the great things. So today I share about this Father's message, and continuously Father is mentioning about the voice of conscience. The more we think about the meaning of conscience or function or purpose of conscience, really we could find the more this is special, this is amazing, and this is really great gift or great things for each of our lives. So today also we will start a new day. There are many kinds of things happen in our daily life also. So how much we are following, listening, and how much our conscience is really loving us and really thinking for us and guiding for us, we can appreciate our conscience and really we can return the happiness to our conscience also. So really this is coming from God, and really God is guiding for each of us, and God is guiding for each moment. We are really find the God's heart again and again and connect our heart with our heavenly parents and true parents, and really let's go for the great life each single moment and each single day. So thank you for joining today's morning Fundoke. Today is also a beautiful day. There is special blessing for each of us. Let's create and really have a great time. Thank you very much once again. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka. Thank you, as always, to really make things so clear. And thank you for helping us to celebrate together the special blessing moment of the 777 couples. It's great to see those videos, to see that the couples. I was watching the couples walk, and there's mother and father on either side. Father on the brother's side and mother on the sister's side, and watching father and mother very carefully put the water on each one of them as they walked past. I thought, wow, so beautiful. I remember our blessing in 6,000 couples. There's so many of us were walking past true parents, and you were hoping that the water would touch, but seeing that, really, I felt like the earlier couples had even greater blessings because of being so close to our true parents. So it was really, really beautiful to see. And then as you're talking about the conscience, look, many thoughts come about the conscience. I often think and about the conscience. Whenever I was a child, I was very aware of the fact that my conscience was watching and looking, and using the analogy of a computer or a laptop or a mobile device. It's not just one camera. That you now have two cameras. One that's looking forward and one that's looking back. It's like the conscience is doing both. That it uses our eyes to see what we see, but there's also another camera watching us, how we are actually doing in that situation. And growing up as Greek Orthodox and being a Christian, they're always told, when you pray, you need to listen to that small, still voice, because that's God. And I used to pray and calm and listen to that small, still voice. And really that small, still voice, that God is actually our conscience. It really is the thing that when listened to the conscience, you are hearing the voice of God, because that is the only connecting thing. The conscience is the main part that I believe in this process when God created us in his image. This direct link to God is in us, it's part of us, and it's the thing that drives us, it guides us, as Father says, the original teacher, the best teacher, and then to recognize that it's not me that's watching. When I was younger, I just thought it was me that was watching what's happening. I had a sense that it was being recorded and never disappear. But then I realized, oh, it's more than just me that's watching. It's God watching. It's all of spirit world watching. And it's with you all the time. When it really hit me hard during fundraising, it really hit me hard how much I'm not alone and others are watching, that I actually got scared about going to the toilet, doing something that was just 100% selfish, thinking, well, wow, everyone's watching. I'm just exposed. So I better be careful not to do anything that is not right. And then you mentioned about staining our conscience. We know that when we die physically, nothing is taken with us except how much we love, but also what's taken with us is the state of our conscience. What sort of stains are on there, and how do we can we ever remove those stains? We certainly can be forgiven for them, but someone can always re-watch the videotape and say, oh, you did that. I mean, it's sort of like Adam and Eve, even though they're restored, everyone knows that they what they did in the garden. And I wonder how many of the people in spirit world have gone up to re-watch their moment in the garden to see, well, oh, that's what really happened. That's how it really looked. I'm sure there's a number of people who would have wanted to know that. I wonder how freely available it is for anybody to view anybody else's conscience. You could spend everyone's lifetime. It's like going to a movie and says, well, I'll check out Genghis Khan today and see his entire life. I wonder if that's what some people are doing in spirit world. Or maybe they don't worry about it anymore because it's all forgiven and we just move forward. Since there's no time and space in the spirit world, then there is no sort of sense of you can see everything in one moment. So I often think about that, about the conscience and how it connects us to God, and it is what's teaching us. So yes, there are just some thoughts that I also had during the listening to Reverend Yutaka. So thank you, everyone, and open it up to everyone. Yes, Mr. Rai, go ahead.
Good morning, and thank you, Reverend Yutaka, for this video, and we enjoy. And because after blessing 8 years in Japan, and so 43 years in Australia. Then quite many Japanese 7-7 couple stay in Japan, then having a gathering and their celebration, but we could not attend many occasions. Then last year, they asked us to send us some message to make a newsletter. Then we send it with Chombo family's dressing, because last year, just before 11 days, 10th of October, we become Chombo family. Then we said, thank you for having parent to parent. And we've been here many years. Then we celebrated here, and we are very happy we could become a Chombo family, but also our first son and daughter couple joined the special blessing, and then we're getting kind of age, but our face does not any age. That's why we can we can keep our face unto end with a healthy, exciting. I send this kind of a message to Japan, and they printed my message and the photo, and that I really feel because we joined, we blessed quite early time, but if I could, I stay more headquarters or Japan, and we could bring more proper tradition to everyone. But I've been here 43 years, same as you, and we're growing up, we're receiving a lot of support and love from you, and we truly appreciate. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you. Okay, Jacinta, go ahead. You got your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment about how I thought the conscience was the thing that does change, but it's the original mind that doesn't change. So I've always thought if you educate children, you develop their conscience, and then their original mind is able to be developed as well. And then that's the thing that doesn't change. But anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. Someone may know a better way to explain that, but I know father's the top one. So I mean, if he says the conscience is king, then I'll just have to sort of like re-educate my mind, because I don't know then where the original mind fits into that picture. So there you go. Somebody else can explain that to me if they want. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Jacinta. Yeah, I think you'll find that often, because of translation into English, some expressions are overlapped. So I think many times original mind might be just talking about the conscience, and vice versa, because it's the original essence that educates us. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, John, that may be true. I didn't think about that until right now, but we did learn in the early church that original mind and conscience were a bit different, and conscience is a learned thing. But if the interpretation is correct, then Father changed. My feeling is that he felt there was enough foundation worldwide of True Parents' teachings and things, and the progression of spirituality being raised up, that the conscience could be used, you know, generically instead of talking about original mind. But just on the point of following our conscience, if people are interested, it's unification thought talks about your original image. And I won't go too much into it, but that in the spirit world, I believe that image is animated in the sense that you feel it, and, you know, it conveys not just a picture, but feelings. And if you study development, human development, we always have mentors that are just 2 or 3 years in front of us, or maybe a bit more. People, their mentors are not, like when we think about True Parents and Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Parent we're seeing isn't fully developed until we grow, and the image changes, our perception of True Parents and God changes as we mature. And I believe that's because we're following this original image. So just not to go on too long, but if people are interested, they should look at unification thought and your original image, and that image is presented to you to follow. And you're actually acting out what this image is presenting to you, who you should be at that stage. And it's just a little bit more mature than you are, or more developed. So anyway, just some thoughts on that. Thank you.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, yes, Kim, go ahead.
Yeah, there's nothing more scary than a person who doesn't have a developed conscience. You know, in America, we had a kid who broke into our, well, didn't break in, walked in the middle of the day and was walking out of our factory with some items. And when he was confronted, he had no sense of doing anything wrong. So in that sense that, you know, several generations of growing up in an environment where there's no sense of right and wrong, he may have an original mind, but the conscience, in fact, you just sort of throw it back at us. Well, who are you to stop me from taking this stuff, you know? So conscience is developed, I think, as you say, Jacinta, I've always understood it's in the environment of love, care, and education, and that you develop your conscience, and then you can reconnect through your conscience to your original mind, and you know, your conscience then in perfection is aligned completely with your original mind. So you not only know what is true, but you do what is true as well. So yeah, that's my thought. And you know, I always thought Mahatma Gandhi was able to have a campaign for peace and in his country, a non-violent thing, only because the British, for all of their colonial problems, still had a conscience. If he had done the same thing in Nazi Germany, he wouldn't have been around long enough to have any impact on anyone, because the conscience was so repressed, their understanding of truth was so repressed that he would have been immediately killed and never had any impact. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, just following on from what Kim said, my understanding was that the original mind is the sung sung, more internal, and that's the thing that really represents the absolute standard, because it's really connected with God. The conscience is more hyung sung, more external, And that's the relationship between the original mind and the conscience, internal and external. And the conscience is related to our understanding of the truth. So, as Kim's saying, it can be educated through love and, teachings and so on. So, for example, somebody may feel through their conscience that it's wrong to eat meat, They feel it's wrong to kill animals, it's cruel, and so they behave according to their conscience. Whereas that, of course, Father didn't feel that way because he knew that, God created animals, and if things are done in the right way, they connect more to God through some of them being eaten, So it's not an absolute. So anyway, that's just my understanding of the difference between the conscience, which is related to our understanding of what is true, which can be educated and changed and come closer. So the ideal is that conscience should align with the original mind in the end. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Oh, actually, it's time. I got so absorbed in this, I was agreeing with everyone and the different perspectives. I was looking forward to listening to something else. But anyway, let's move to our unison prayer, and I'll just bring it up. Let's pray together. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Congratulations again, Mr. Arai and Mrs. Arai.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Arai. おめでとうございます。
God bless.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.